morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is the news. That's all that's fit to print. Anyway, I'm just here to have a cup of coffee and talk about some things because the world's going crazy a little bit. It's mighty good coffee. Anywho, things are going down in the world, and basically, I've just been doing a lot of memes lately because I work a lot and I do music, I have bands, and I do a lot of content for food, just a potpourri of all kinds of things. From just going to different places in Las Vegas to restaurants, having tacos, doing food reviews, just to random videos that I can make and put together. And it's just it's my random menace vlog. But in the last couple months, I've been working 2 jobs, and that ended a little bit ago. But during that time, all I could do was put up memes. I didn't have time to do anything else, and that takes a lot of time just to do that. And so, having done that for a while, everything was going swimmingly well. My channel kind of, in the middle of working 2 jobs, my bands and everything else, we went from we finally hit 100,000 views per month after about a year of doing this and taking it seriously. And then a month later, we went up to almost 200,000, a month and a half. I mean, it just kept growing and growing and whatnot. And for most people, that's nothing. But for me, that was huge. I was happy with 3,000 views, and I thought that was very generous for the content I produce. So, but as of yesterday and last night, YouTube just stopped doing any of my videos. They wouldn't get a view. Some wouldn't get any views at all unless I viewed them. Nothing's happening. Everything just shut down. And no matter what I posted, it wouldn't get any traction whatsoever. So I'm trying something different, and I'm pivoting. I'm going to do something. There's some things that are making me very angry and upset. I'm watching the news in Minneapolis, like the rest of you. The story of Rachel Good and what happened with her, that tragic ending of her life, which was very preventable. She could have lawfully got out of her car that she was ordered to do, and she would still be here with us. She chose to do something different that was tragic for everyone involved. Rest in peace, and God rest her soul. But she was doing some very dangerous things, getting involved and mixed up in the middle of ICE detainee detentions, and she was trying to block lawful police work, the federal government from doing their lawful duties. These federal agents who are police and can arrest you. Just so you know, that's a little misinformation out there. But anywho, so that was tragic. Could have been preventable. Completely her fault. Completely the fault of her girlfriend, wife. They were in a place they shouldn't have been in the first place. She was going to be detained and arrested, and she fled police. Felony fleeing is, I think, what it's called. I don't know. I'm not a guy that knows the law, whatever. But whatever she was doing, it was wrong. And then she made it even wronger. And I'm sorry that happened. I wish it didn't happen. I wish she was still here. But that being said, we are going to do something. Since everybody is just going on, and it's mainly white women. What the hell? So ICE right now is their main focus is criminal aliens that are here illegally. And a lot of them already have deportation orders going back to 2003. And the rap sheets and their criminal activity is like a who's who of a demon list. I got that from a movie somewhere. Anyway, but so we're just going to go through one of those rap sheets because I just vaguely was doing one thing and I heard a video on YouTube. I watched some political vlogs, and I was hearing them list off all these things. I went, dear God, we don't want these people in this country. And it's mainly in Minneapolis. So let's go have a look-see, see what it is. And boop. Let's do a little search. Criminal aliens arrested this past week in Minneapolis. And we're going to go to the ICE. Oh, look, it pops up, ICE. So here we are. We're at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. A duly appointed part of our government from Republicans and Democrats. And let's take a look and see. The ICE arrests dozens of criminal illegal aliens convicted of murder, child rape, and more in sanctuary state Minnesota. So this is what these guys were all protecting. These white women. Rapists, child rapists, all kinds of crime, murder, whatever, what have you. Let's just take a look. By the way, the title of this video, it's a Laousy week in Minnesota, and you'll see why in a second. The key word is Laousy. Laousy. So first up on our list is a name I can almost pronounce. It's Hernan Cortez Valencia. He is a criminal illegal, and he's from Mexico with a final order of removal dated December 1st, 2016, so that's before I think Donald Trump took office. So these are the Obama years. And so he was convicted of sexual assault against a child, bad, horrible, and sexual assault, carnal abuse, and 4 DUIs. Plus he's here illegally, and he's got a deportation order. Now, when you're in a blue state, if he commits a crime, even after this deportation order, they were just recycling him back into society. He's on the loose, walking free. So, I don't know. Are you really, putting all your energy into protecting these people? Why are you going and saving all these criminals? I have no idea. But it's crazy. I do have an idea why. But, so there's one guy right there. That's just one. We can't get rid of that guy. Nope. No, we got to fight for this guy. We got to fight for his right to party. Let's see who's up next. Oh my gosh. Now, here's where things get lousy. This is Seridorn Fabian. I can't pronounce that name. But he's that's criminal how I pronounce that name. But he's a criminal legal alien from Laos, with a final order of removal from March 8th, 2018. He's been convicted of strong-arm sodomy of a boy, strong-arm sodomy of a girl, another aggravated sex assault, 9 counts of larceny. I'm sure all of it was grand. And then on top of that, he had unauthorized use of a vehicle. Get that guy the heck out of here. That's the worst thing he's done. And so, what else did he do? 4 counts of fraud, vehicle theft, 2 counts of drug possession, obstructing justice, possession of a stolen property, receiving stolen property, burglary, and check forgery. And he has pending charges for 2 other counts. And with that, and he's got the removal order. Instead of going through all this stuff, just remove him from the country. But no, they don't do any of that. They're not turning him over in blue states. They're just leaving these people in there to do all kinds of damage and hurt citizens, whether they're from Somalia, because there's Somali citizens. There's people here who are citizens now from other countries. And they're just as much victims of these people as anyone else, or their children. So that is just, wow, that is just unbelievable. And this is someone they caught to protect your children. Here's another guy, Ji Yang, a criminal illegal alien from where? Laos. That's really lousy over there. And with a final order removal October 16, 2012. Wow, that's Obama years. He's been convicted of a strong-arm rape, strong-arm aggravated assault against a family member, aggravated assault with a weapon. I'm not drunk, I promise. And assault against a family member, aggravated assault with a weapon, and additional sex offense and domestic violence involving strangulation. We can't get rid of that guy. Nope. We got to keep him. We got to fight for his right to party. And so, wow, these white women are just insane. And then here's another guy, Vanilla Kiomani, a criminal alien from, where else? Laos. Wow, we got a lot of that. No women so far. And with a final order removal dated December 17th, 2009, Obama. He'd been convicted of 2 counts of attempting to commit strong-arm rape. But I can't get rid of that guy. Nope. We got to fight for his right to party. And here's a pretty easy name to watch. And I'm not drunk, I promise. These names are hard, and I don't normally do streams like this. But he's a criminal illegal alien from Laos with a final order removal October 31st, 2006. We're getting the George Bush years here. And he is also sodomy of a girl under the age of 13 and procuring a child for prostitution. He was a pimp, and he was pimping children. He is the worst of the worst, and we cannot get rid of this guy. There are people blocking ICE from moving all these people. They're fighting for these people's right to party. And it's not them, it's their children, the children in blue states. The mayor of that town, the governor of that town are protecting these people. And they are actually, going against the federal government. The police are standing down and not protecting ICE and giving them backup. In which I say, send in the National Guard and let the National Guard fall down. Let the National Guard deal with these hooligans, and then let ICE do their job. So that's it for this one. Right now, YouTube has got me shut down, so I'm just pivoting and trying something different. I'd rather be doing other things, but we'll see. See you on the next one. Please like and subscribe. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Adios, amigos.